Ferrari have always been very, very involved with Goodwood and the festival, and that's been a real joy for me. It's been absolutely fantastic, and of course we celebrated their 50th anniversary in 1997, and that was our very first sort of proper display in front of the house, when we hung the Formula One kind of great Italian arch with the horses on the top, and we had a sort of water garden around the bottom. Jerry Judy did that one too. And I remember ringing Jerry actually from Monaco. I was racing the very first Monaco Historics that year, and we'd left it very late, so it was May, and we hadn't actually got it sorted out, so we had no time. And it only suddenly occurred to me that we should be doing something very different. And I had an idea for this arch, and Jerry was a very good model maker I knew, and he was particularly clever with polystyrene in those days. And so we created this whole arch out of polystyrene. It looks very small now compared with the others, but amazing to think that we've celebrated 50, 60, and of course 70 years of Ferrari last year, when we had the great moment and the great music in front of the house and all the cars around the turning circle. So Ferrari played a very, very meaningful part in the whole event over 25 years and have been involved from the very beginning. In fact, in 1997, it was that terrible wet year. It was the wettest year we've ever had. When I looked out from the house afterwards, I couldn't see the road. It was all just mud. It was terrible. I was really upset about it, actually. My father was very, very amazing and very reassuring, and said, "Don't worry, I've seen it like this before. The park always recovers. It'll be fine." And sure enough, it did recover, but it was pretty bad. And I can remember talking to Chris Amon, who we managed to get over from New Zealand. He only ever came that once, and we're so pleased he did come. It was the first time he got back into a Ferrari Grand Prix car since he'd walked away from it all those years before. And I can remember the tub of his car, it had about sort of 5 inches of water in it, because it was just so wet and miserable. But he put on a fantastic show, as did everyone else, and it was actually one of those great years, and one we'll always remember.